League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. We're just about set. Punter Ethan Evans has the ball teed up. And off we go from Cleveland. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Going into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. From the gun, it's Shedeur. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Williams. And the Rams are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
First carry here with Kyron Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the 41, here's second down and 5. It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to be close to the first down. Welcome just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up third and short yardage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now inside the 25. 17 yards that time to number 17.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He's got it at about the 8. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll run. It's Williams to the 5-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. That is caught, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Carter on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Sanders now off the bootleg. Oh, a loose football. The Rams have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Rams offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap to Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Down inside the 10. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Williams, and this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Stafford's going to tap this one forward. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. Third and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
So, time to think about 4th and goal coming up. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. 2nd quarter now. Rams in control of the football as they think about what they want to do here on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Williams. Good blocking, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here and certainly pays off.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams move out on top, 14-0. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Browns offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
2nd and 10. He'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game, that's been full of them.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. They send Britton Covey back deep. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That finds Nakua downfield. Complete. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Rams 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short. So they go with play action, leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford. Right side. Complete to Nakua. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
In this defense, they find themselves here just trying to stop the bleeding early. I mean, touchdowns on each of their opening possessions of the game, and at this point, they're just trying to find a way to get off the field. So that sack, it came at the right time.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stafford out quick to Adams. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams stake themselves to a 17-0 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. They run over center with Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Stafford will throw here on 3rd and 1. That is caught side of the end zone. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The extra point from Hardy is good. And the Rams will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, there's a screen set up for Judkins. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Second down, they need 3. From the gun, it's Sanders. Taking off, and the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Sanders. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
God, I can't believe what I'm watching. I'm going to switch teams.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Rams offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop. From the 31, here is 2nd down and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Stafford on target to Puka, and the Rams have a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll go again with Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Throw on third down, Stafford. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams extend the lead to 24-0.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Shador. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now, Sanders. Off road, right side, taken by Njoku. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. His guys have a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop him.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Kobe Turner. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Shador. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. To throw is nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Rams offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. It's Williams, and he's got it to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This throw right side is caught by Adams. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Second down, it's Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
That's going to be blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a first down.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Sanders to throw. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Shador. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll throw on first. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Rams have it. He's to the 40, inside the 20, and he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and the great return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Rams will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Carter on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. With a carry by 4. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Sanders will throw it. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Cleveland.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run a toss play, and it's 4. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a 1st down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns are able to cut into the deficit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll start this on the ground with Cora. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Cora. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Welcome just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll try to run it here with Cora. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
I like that call on 3rd down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on 3rd down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating 3rd down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with 3rd down run.
So it's a win for the visiting Rams. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.